So, hi to all the viewers. The results of the INISS DM and MCH exams conducted in April 2023 is out, and today I have with me Dr. Rajkamal M, who is the proud achiever of All India Rank 5 in the AIMS merit list in the DM Endocrinology exam, and thereby he has nothing but secured a seat in the DM Endocrinology in the prestigious AIMS Institute. So hearty congrats to you, Dr. Rajkamal.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So how do you feel now?
Feeling relieved and I'm also so happy, sir.
So Rajkamal, please give a detailed account of yourself, where you are from, where you have studied, your
Sir,
post-graduation and all.
sir, I'm from Tamil Nadu. I did my UG in Madurai Medical College and did my PG in pediatrics from Institute of Child Health, Madras Medical College, sir. And I passed out in 2021.
So you have passed out in 2021, and did you appear straight away for the INI, or is this your first or second attempt in INI endocrinology exams?
Sir, this is my first attempt in endocrine, sir. Initially, I gave for NEET. I didn't plan for endocrine, that to adult endocrine in the first, in initially itself. I planned for a NEET super specialty in pediatrics, and my rank was 12 at that time. And due to the bond issues, I have to pay a hefty amount of 40 lakhs, so I couldn't afford it. And I have reshuffled my plans in the midway after the NEET super specialty in the pediatrics. And while reshuffling, my primary aim to get DM endocrine, because in ICH we used to admit all our endocrine cases in our unit, and we have exposure to variety of endocrine pediatric endocrine cases. So I have developed an interest in endocrine. So I have thought to pursue endocrine, and my rank was in the last NEET is 759. So I couldn't get a DM endocrine, but I won't settle for less, and my primary aim is to get endocrine. So I thought give one more try, and this time I got it, sir.
So it was actually a very difficult phase for you. It's what I think, because you had completed your MD in pediatrics, you had given the NEET SS in the pediatrics division, and has secured an excellent rank of rank number 2 to pursue your career of choice due to the suddenly you had to shift your focus from the pediatrics broad specialty to medicine, because as you know, in the INI, medicine also forms an integral part with around 25 questions. So how difficult was it suddenly starting to read Harrison, and which is a new area for you, because you might not have read Harrison once you have passed your undergraduate days. So how difficult was this, and what measures did you take to cope with it?
Sir, yes, it was very difficult to read Harrison, and especially from a pediatric background, we didn't manage MI, we won't manage stroke. So that area is very difficult for us. It's entirely different area. Uh, so slowly I have restarted, and I know I can't read entire Harrison, so I have selectively focused certain topics in each system. Like CNS, there is multiple sclerosis and headache. It is repeatedly asked topics. And in hematology, the multiple myeloma question, every time they will ask mostly. So I have focused on only the important topics, and I have focused on only the important topics alone. I didn't read the entire Harrison, and but I have strengthened my area in endocrinology, so I won't miss any questions in endocrinology. So this is my plan actually, sir.
So that is a very important point that Dr. Rajkamal has put forth, because there are so many residents who had completed their pediatrics now trying to get into a specialty where medicine is the broad specialty, and they will have to read Harrison. And I have encountered so many students who have tried to read Harrison cover to cover, which itself is not their strength. And reading Harrison cover to cover is a nightmare, sometimes a nightmare, and is very difficult to recollect even for those who are doing medicine. So that is sometimes a very wrong choice for those students, and they get lost in the way or in the midway. So that is a very important point that Rajkamal has made, that you will have to pick and choose those areas, those high yield areas where the questions are repeatedly coming from. You will have to identify and stress on those areas rather than reading Harrison cover to cover. So that is where our platform has also have so many experienced faculties. They are pointing out the important areas to cover under each one of those specialties, and by following them, definitely you will get a clear idea regarding which all areas to stress upon and which all areas you can just leave. So,
Yes, sir.
as Rajkamal has mentioned, you have strengthened your endocrinology part. And what part has doc tutorials played in your preparation in the endocrinology as a subject?
Sir, initially I thought to read myself. Initially I planned to read myself, and I have started in mid January. I have started to prepare for INISS. Initially I have started I started to read Harrison and endocrine part. So I have finished the one part. I finished from endocrine, but I don't have any confidence. I lack complete confidence to attend the questions. So I thought of subscribing to doctor tutorials, and the doctor tutorials app have I have the it's my primary source. I have while watching videos I used to take notes, and I used to revise the notes multiple times, because you have to memorize, and revision is the most important key. If you even if you don't know the Williams, the rare aspect, the rare points, it's fine, but you shouldn't miss the basic concepts, and you shouldn't miss the basic understanding the basic approach. So I have used to revise multiple times your notes, and it helped me really a lot, sir.
So, really, for a person who has completed his post graduation, going through such a voluminous book like Williams Endocrinology, again going through all the topics is very difficult, and that's where we have tried to simplify those concepts. And there are certain areas which are frequently asked out of Williams Endocrinology, like the pediatric osteoporosis and all, and which we have covered thoroughly in our long videos, and it has come in the recent exams as well. So, according to you, Dr. Rajkamal, what was the strike rate of doc tutorials material last year? So, out of that 55 questions from endocrinology, what percentage had come straight from the videos? What do you feel?
So it's almost full, sir. I can say it's almost full except for one or two questions. If you have read and you have thoroughly revised, you can definitely answer more than 50 questions out of 55. That's I can tell, sir.
And I believe that you have got almost all the questions out of 55, right?
Sir, one or two careless mistakes I had, sir. Uh, that doesn't mean I don't know the entire aspect. One or two careless mistakes only. Sometimes it happens, but overall it was very good, sir. The endocrine part, actually, while the exam pattern while the exam was started, the general medicine part, it's sometimes give me a scare at that time. So I quickly gone on to endocrine part, and I have answered all 50 questions. I have gained the momentum, and I slowly gone into the general medicine part. I had time, so it works.
Yeah, that the word that you have used, momentum, is a very important or very integral part while writing an exam. Because
Yes,
while
sir.
writing our theory exams, we used to write the questions that we know the most, gain some
Yes, sir.
confidence back, and that will help us in answering the other questions also. So that is a very
Yes, sir.
interesting point that you have brought up. So, Dr. Rajkamal, any specific reason you have chosen adult endocrinology as your super specialty of choice over pediatric endocrinology? Even now, the pediatric endocrinology is now available in the premier institutes. Any specific reason?
Sir, the one reason is, even though pediatric endocrinology is available, it's available only once in a year. The one seat is available for whole year, so it's somewhat tough. Rather than the margin of error is so less. Sometimes if you get a second rank, you won't get any seat. So the one thing in, and second thing is. during the COVID time, most of the time we used to manage adult because of the volume of COVID time. We used to manage pediatric residents or managing adult cases, and the most of the time we are seeing DKA cases. I used to manage DK adult DKA cases as well. So I felt to give a whole spectrum of from pediatric to adult, and I plan to do adult DM endocrine, sir.
So, pediatric endocrinology forms an integral part of the endocrine
Yes, sir.
subject as a whole. So, do you feel that coming from a pediatric background has given you a definite advantage over those who have finished the MD medicine?
Yes, sir. It's a definite. It's from a pediatric person. It is a definite advantage, sir. And the caseload and from IC from because I used to see the all cases, it also helped me to have a easy transition. And the main I have focused main time only in the adult some of the aspect, and the pediatric endocrine part which was a relatively easy part for me. And the questions were also from 40, I will say 40, 40, 20. The medicine and the pediatric, and the 20% will be issued from gynec. So, from the endocrine point of view, there is no much difference for either for a medicine or a pediatric. They can try for both.
So, I can vouch from my experience that among all the pediatric super specialities, or among all the adult super specialities, the one best suited for a person coming from pediatric background would be endocrinology, as I said,
Yes, sir.
right,
Yes, sir.
Rajkamal?
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes,
it
sir.
is one specialty where pediatric part has a huge role to play, or it
Yes,
takes
sir.
up a very big chunk of the total cases that you see and the total questions that are coming from.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
It's definitely easy to crack than some of the other endocrine branches, sir.
yeah. So, Rajkamal, as you have secured the AIMS merit list rank 5, your exam was not over just with the MCQ exam. You still had one more hurdle to cross. That is the interview. That sometimes become the make or break part as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because your rank can go from 6 or 7 straight to the top three, or even if you had secured that top
Yes,
three
sir.
in MCQ, you can go straight down as it had happened with some of the other students. So, how did
Yes,
you
sir.
manage to prepare and perform well in the interview session?
Sir, the interview part of the main thing is you should have the confidence, and you should have the correct way of answering the questions. And during the your mock interviews, you have explained what's the way of answering those all questions. That's the most important thing. You should have the answer. The examiner if asks question, the answer. But you have to elaborate in a particular way so that it impresses the examiner. So that's the most important thing. And the whatever question I have asked, whatever I know, I will use to tell it in a most confident and bold way. That's also helps. And the mock interview, it reduced my tension, and I have even though I didn't answer some of the questions, whatever questions I have answered, I told it in a brilliant way or bold way. So I'm very happy for that, sir.
So overall, I'm extremely happy and proud. I have to tell that I'm proud to be a teacher of a student like Dr. Rajkamal, because he has surmounted so many difficulties, so many difficult phases in his academic career to reach where he is now. And from now on, he is going to pursue DM endocrinology in one of the most premier institutes in the country. And once again, a big congrats to you, Dr. Rajkamal. And last
Yes.
question. So, do you recommend doc tutorials for students who are aspiring for DM endocrinology, and why? Why doc tutorials over other platforms that you will recommend?
Sir, the doctor tutorials, while seeing the all other platform, the model is it's very quite interesting, sir. You have even the adrenal gland. It's not a single for 50 minutes video. It's adrenal gland first, the basic aspects, and then what is the laboratory aspect, what is the imaging aspect. So you have focused each area. There is separate video on that. So it's quite relatively easy, and the most of the topics and most of the Williams important points are covered in the Dr. Tutorials video, sir. So it's really helpful, and we can spend a really less time while going after we're finishing videos. We can revise, and we can spend less time in the Williams, such only important tables, so that it gives really. If you are reading the whole Williamson, it's not really possible. So you have to focus on the videos and important notes from that. So it really reduced my time of preparation, because my preparation started around February, sir. So it's really reduced my preparation time, sir.
So great, Rajkamal. I hope the students, the aspirants are listening and and they will take a leaf out of your book. And once
Yes, sir.
again, all the best for your
Yes, sir.
personal and professional.
And I am thanking my parents and my friends and some of the juniors, Dr. Sasireka, Dr. Hariar Sudan, who believed in me more than me, sir. You will reach high, and you will definitely get a seat. They motivated me a lot. So I'm very heartfully thanking for that. Thanks to them, sir.
A great gesture, Dr. Rajkamal. You should not forget your pillows of support during your difficult times. Great gesture. Thank you,
Yes, sir.
Rajkamal, for
Yes.
sharing your valuable time with me. Thank you. Have a
Thank you,
great
sir.
day ahead.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir. Thank you, sir.